Well, moving on now, Wednesdays here on the program, we like to put the spotlight on the farm women's group, CommonGround.
CommonGround is a group of farm women who want to be a resource for consumers who want to know more about how their food is grown. Joining us now is Crystal Klug from the Columbus area. Nice to have you here, Crystal.
Yes, thank you. Good morning.
Yeah. How's everything going for you and your family?
Yep, going well. We got some 4-H pigs in the barn, so.
All right.
My daughter has a steer, so that always keeps us, keeps my kids and myself out of trouble.
Keep you busy, I know.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, well, today you are here to talk about sustainability. Who do you think is driving the sustainability and climate discussion?
So a lot of large corporations right now are driving this talk, and CEOs are saying that our company wants to be net zero or carbon neutral by a certain year. And what that means is carbon neutral refers to a policy of not increasing carbon emissions to achieving carbon reductions through offsets, whereas net zero carbon means changes to reduce carbon emissions to its lowest amount, and then as a last resort looking at carbon offsets. So a kind of carbon offset is a carbon credit, and what carbon credit means, it's a kind of permit that represents 1 ton of carbon dioxide removed from the atmosphere. So this is a lot of science talk that you're going to hear more and more about, but those are the companies that are really driving this talk. Companies like Pepsi and Google and Amazon and JBS, Tyson, all sorts of companies are coming out with these timelines as to when they want to achieve net zero or carbon neutral.
I know we could talk a while on this topic, and we only have about a minute left, but maybe what is a carbon credit? Again, for maybe those who don't know, what is that and how would a farmer benefit?
Okay, so what this means for farmers is farmers could actually generate carbon credits by improving soil health or doing things on their own farm, and they could potentially sell these carbon credits to companies looking to offset their own emissions.
Okay.
And so ways that they could go about doing this is that if they're not already no-till, they could switch to no-till. After they have done harvesting their crop, they could plant a cover crop to protect the soil and decrease soil erosion. They could also plant trees and really look at their soil health and say, okay, should we plant corn on this field, or is it better off maybe going back to pasture land and to graze it? And so there's tons of opportunity for farmers and ranchers to be able to earn carbon credits. And they have to go through a third party. They have to be licensed. There's businesses right now who are working with farmers and trying to find the corporations that are wanting to buy carbon credits. But this is, I think, as we move closer to those timelines that Google and Apple have said they want to reach carbon neutral or net zero carbon, we're going to hear a lot more. Yeah. So I think what the point is, though, too, is farmers can be part of the solution to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and not the problem. So,
which they have been doing for years,
correct.
Too, right?
Yes. Yes. We've been doing this for years. So some farmers who have been looking at conservation efforts like since the 1980s say they might actually be at a slight disadvantage because there's not as much room for improvement to be able to generate those carbon credits.
Okay. Good to know.
Crystal, thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thanks
you're
for being
coming back
here.
with a recipe, so we're
Yes.
looking forward to that. All right.